Level 1. The accused peasant. You're kneeling in dirt, your hands bound behind your back. The magistrate sits above you on a raised platform. You stole rice, 3 cups, from your lord's storehouse. Your village was starving. That doesn't matter. Theft is theft. The magistrate speaks. You are sentenced to the Rōya, the prison. You bow your head. 2 samurai guards drag you through the streets of Edo. It's 1750. The Tokugawa shogunate has ruled for 150 years. Order above all, law above all. You broke the law. You arrive at the Rōya, a wooden building, small, dark. The smell hits you immediately. Unwashed bodies, human waste, sickness. You're pushed through a low door. You have to crawl. This is intentional. Prisoners enter on their knees. You are beneath society now. Inside is a single large cell. 40 other prisoners, men and women, criminals and debtors, samurai who disgraced their lord, merchants who cheated. Everyone sits in assigned positions based on their crime. You're a thief. You sit in the back, the lowest position. The cell is 20 feet by 30 feet, no windows, 1 small opening in the ceiling for light. The floor is dirt. There are no beds, no blankets, no privacy. You sit. You wait. In feudal Japan, prison is not about rehabilitation. It's about shame, waiting for your punishment, and surviving until then. You get 2 meals a day, watery rice gruel, sometimes a pickled vegetable. That's it. The guards bring water once a day, 1 bucket for 40 people. You learn the hierarchy fast. The senior prisoners drink first. The violent criminals eat first. You get what's left. Sometimes that's nothing. Level 2. The debtor. You're not a criminal. You owe money. 50 ryo to a merchant in Osaka. You couldn't pay. Japanese law is clear about debt. Your body belongs to your creditor until the debt is satisfied. The merchant sent you here, a private holding cell attached to the Rōya. This cell is different, smaller, only 10 prisoners, all debtors. You're not treated like criminals, you're treated like property. Every day you work. The merchant owns a textile workshop. You weave cloth from sunrise to sunset. Your fingers bleed, your back aches. You don't complain. The merchant takes 90% of what you earn. The other 10% goes toward your debt. At this rate, you'll be here for 8 years, if you survive. The food is slightly better than the criminals get. Rice with miso soup once a day. The merchant needs you healthy enough to work. Dead debtors don't pay debts. You sleep on a thin straw mat, 6 hours per night, then back to work. Some debtors have been here for 15 years. Their debt compounds with interest, with fees for food, for shelter, for the guards. It's designed to be endless. You're a slave in all but name, and there's no escape. Escaped debtors are executed. Their families inherit the debt.
Level 3. The samurai prisoner. You dishonored your lord. You failed in battle. You showed cowardice. Or maybe you spoke against the shogun. Either way, you're here. But you're samurai. Even in prison, class matters. You're in a separate cell, smaller, cleaner. Only 5 other samurai prisoners. You're not chained. You're not forced to work. You're allowed to keep your top knot. This is crucial. In Japan, cutting a samurai's top knot is the ultimate humiliation. It means you're no longer samurai. You're nothing. Your top knot remains, for now. That depends on your sentence. The treatment is different. You get 3 meals a day, actual rice, not gruel. Sometimes fish, sometimes vegetables. You're allowed writing materials. You can write letters to your family, but they're all read by the guards. Most are never delivered. You're allowed to practice meditation, to pray, to maintain your dignity. But the psychological torture is worse. Every day you wait for your sentence. Will it be exile? Will it be seppuku, ritual suicide, the honorable death? Or will it be execution, the dishonorable death? The uncertainty destroys you slowly. Some samurai prisoners go mad. They stare at walls. They stop eating. They give up. You refuse to break. You think about your family, your wife, your children. They're disgraced now because of you. Your son can't become samurai. Your daughter can't marry well. Your failure destroyed them all. This knowledge is heavier than any chain.
Level 4. The condemned. Your trial is over. You've been sentenced to death. But not immediately. The execution is scheduled for the next full moon, 3 weeks away. You're moved to the death cell, a tiny room, 6 feet by 6 feet. No light except what comes through cracks in the walls. You're alone now, complete isolation. This is deliberate. They want you to contemplate your death, to feel the weight of your sins, to break spiritually before they break your body. You sit in darkness. Time loses meaning. Is it day? Is it night? You don't know. You know how you'll die. Decapitation, the traditional execution for common criminals. They'll take you to the execution grounds outside the city. You'll kneel. An executioner will use a long sword, one clean strike. If he's skilled, it's instant. If he's not, you'll suffer. You pray he's skilled. Some prisoners are sentenced to crucifixion. This is reserved for the worst crimes: rebellion, killing a lord, Christian converts. They're tied to crosses and left to die slowly. Sometimes it takes 3 days, sometimes longer. You hear their screams at night, from the execution grounds a mile away. You're grateful your sentence is quick. The guards bring food once a day. You barely eat. What's the point? You're dead already. You just haven't stopped breathing yet. You think about your life, the choices, the moment that led you here. You pray to Buddha. You ask for mercy in the next life. You won't find it in this one.
Level 5. The torture victim. You're accused of conspiracy against the shogun. They need information, names, locations, plans. You claim innocence. They don't believe you. You're taken to the torture chamber, an underground room beneath the Rōya. Stone walls, iron tools, bloodstains everywhere. Japanese torture is systematic, scientific, designed to maximize pain while keeping you alive. The torturer is a specialist. He's been doing this for 20 years. He knows exactly how much damage the human body can take. He starts with the basics: beating, whipping. Your back is shredded. You scream. You beg. You still claim innocence. He escalates. The stone embrace. You're forced to kneel on a triangular wooden board. Sharp edges dig into your knees. Then they stack stones on your lap. 5 stones, 10 stones, 20 stones. Your knees shatter. You pass out from pain. They throw water on you. You wake up. It continues. The water torture. Your head is held under water. You drown. They pull you up. You gasp for air. They push you under again, over and over. Your lungs burn. Your mind breaks. You'll say anything to make it stop. You give them names, any names. Names of people you know, names you invent. You don't care anymore. Just make it stop. They take you back to your cell. You can't walk. Your knees are destroyed. Your lungs are damaged. You cough blood for days. They'll execute you eventually, but first they'll verify your confession. If the names you gave them are false, they'll torture you again. You pray the names lead somewhere, anywhere. You can't survive another session.
Level 6. The released prisoner. You survived. Your sentence is complete. 3 years for theft. You walk out of the Rōya into the sunlight. It burns your eyes. You haven't seen the sun properly in 3 years. It takes minutes to adjust. Your body is broken. Malnutrition, disease, injuries that never healed properly. You're 28 years old. You look 50. You're free, but you're marked.
Former prisoners in Japan carry a stigma that never fades. You're registered in the magistrate's records. Anyone can check. Employers, landlords, marriage brokers. Everyone will know. Ex-prisoners don't get good jobs, don't get to rebuild their lives. Society has no place for you. You try to return to your village. Your family won't see you. Your father disowned you while you were inside. Your name was removed from the family registry. You're legally dead to them. You brought shame to the family. That shame is permanent, unforgivable. You're alone now. You find work as a day laborer, the lowest work available, carrying waste, cleaning streets. You make barely enough for food. You sleep in temples, in abandoned buildings. You're homeless. You're forgotten. The Japanese justice system doesn't rehabilitate. It punishes. It removes you from society. Forever. You see other released prisoners. You recognize them from the Rōya. They're all in the same situation. Broken, rejected, surviving day to day. Some turn back to crime. At least in prison, there was shelter. There was food. Out here, there's nothing. Freedom is an illusion. You're still imprisoned. The walls are just invisible now.
Level 7. The Executed. This is the end. Your name was Takeshi. You were a farmer's son. You killed a man in a fight over water rights. Self-defense doesn't exist in feudal Japan. You took a life. Now they take yours. You're led to the execution grounds outside Edo. It's dawn. The sun is rising. This is your last sunrise. In feudal Japan, there is no mercy. There is only order. Order maintained through fear, through punishment, through prisons like this. You're not a person anymore. You're a lesson, a warning, a ghost in a system designed to break souls. And it worked. You're broken. Have been for years. You're just waiting for your body to catch up. And that's what it's like to be every rank in a feudal Japanese prison.